make a sentence out of the following words. Face sodding, yaw shut.
Blackadder started talking to yourself, I see.
Yes, it's the only way I can be sure of intelligent conversation. The eyes are open, the mouth moves, but Mr. Brain has long since departed, hasn't he, Percy?
When I was a little kid, my mother always used to come...
Get a move on. He's a prostitute, not an agony aunt.
You do know her, then?
No, just a wild stab in the dark, which is incidentally what you'll be getting if you don't start being a bit more helpful.
We're very much in love, my lord.
This is the Jane Harrington.
Yes.
Jane, bury me in a Y-shaped coffin, Harrington.
My lord, the Queen does demand your urgent presence on pain of death.
Oh, damn. The path of my life is strewn with cowpats from the devil's own satanic herd. You'll get over her. I did.
Never dare. Why, round the Cape, the rain beats down so hard, it makes your head bleed.
So some sort of hat is probably in order. So did Baldrick, actually. Only last year, my aunt came to me to beg for help in the ransom of my Uncle Osric.
Well, then you know something of the dreadful pain involved.
Indeed I do. And can suggest no better answer than the one I gave to her.
Which was?
Get stuffed.
I've been in your service since I was 2.5, my lord.
Well, that must be why I'm so utterly sick of the sight of you. Oh, yes, Percy, and the new ruff.
Better.
Worse.
Fashion today is towards the tiny.
Well, in that case, Percy, you have the most fashionable brain in London. Baldrick, go forth into the streets and let it be known that Lord Blackadder wishes to sell his house. Percy, just go forth into the street. Dragged me all the way from Billingsgate to Richmond to play about the weakest practical joke since Cardinal Wolsey got his knob out at Hampton Court. And stood at the end of the passage pretending to be a door. I didn't know you knew her.
Oh, yes. I even touched her once.
Touched her what?
No, once. In a corridor.
I've never heard it called that before.
Oh, Edmund, I have awaited your return.
And thank God you did, for I was just thinking, my God, I die in 12 hours. What I really need now is a hug from a complete prat.
Come on, Edmund. You must be able to think of another best man.
Well, I suppose I could ask Percy. Percy!
My lord!
Can you think of another best man?
I was tucked into bed having this absolutely scrummy dream about ponies when I was wakened by a terrific banging from Lord Melchett.
Well, I never knew he had it in him. Baldrick, I would advise you to make the explanation you were about to give phenomenally good.
You said get the door.
Not good enough, you're fired.
How could you be sure it was not Nursie?
Because, lady, Ludwig was a master of disguise, whereas Nursie is a sad, insane old woman with an udder fixation.
But, my lord, I've been in your family since 1532.
So is syphilis. Now, get out. I've often said, Percy, that civilized man seeks out good and intelligent company, so that through learned discourse he may rise above the savage and closer to God.
Yes, I'd heard that.
Personally, however, I like to start the day with a total dickhead. Remind me I'm best.
Did you miss me?
I certainly did. Many was the time, Percy, I said to myself, I wish Percy was here. Being tortured instead of me. I don't believe it, you big Sally.
Will you have another piece of pie, my lord?
But I went to bed with you, didn't I?
For my country, I am willing to make any sacrifice.
Yes, but I'm not. I must have been paralytic.